What's up, guys? Welcome back. So this is gonna be the second video in today. The second video for today. This is gonna be Money Game Part 3 with Ren. So we just did the second video a little while ago, and I liked the message. It was definitely pretty cool. Like them talking about the money parts of like the politics. So I think it's cool to touch on those type of things. It's not something like I listen to all the time, but I do like when people every once in a while when I listen to something conscious, like I'd probably put something like that on. Like, you know, most of the time I'm not really in that kind of mood, but you never know. Like sometimes like you feel that type of mood where you just want to hear somebody talking like some facts and stuff. But anyways, so if you're new to the channel, my name's Atriox. I do a bunch of like different types of reactions. I mostly do metal, but I'm doing rap and other stuff. Like I want to do J. Cole soon, but I'm waiting to like be able to digest that a little bit more because J. Cole is a really good rapper. I've listened to like a few of his songs, but like it's just something I've wanted to do. Like we'll see. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure if we're gonna do that yet. But anyway, so today we're gonna be doing Ren's Money Game Part 3. This will be the second video for today. If you guys like the video, leave a comment if you like what you saw. Let me know, give me your opinion. If I missed some things, please feel free to just say it in the comments, because I listen to everybody and I comment back on everybody's comment. But anyways, guys, I'm not gonna waste too much time here. Let's jump right in. Playing the piano. It's that same guy from the first video. Camera angles are fire. I like this so far. This is another impressive. So he was playing piano. Dude, this dude's so talented, bro. Oh, he came in with the vocals. Okay.
Tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns that truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket. "35, he gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power."
Yeah, there's no chorus here. So, dude, what the? This is all facts, dude. Like sometimes, like okay, like. Money, I don't know. This is gonna be a hard subject for me to tackle because I don't have kids. My brothers and sisters do, but like, parenting matters, bro. Like, cause the way you treat your kids growing up, cause like some parents that are like this that just wants their kid to do everything they can and just I don't. It depends on the parent, honestly, because there's some parents that I generally want the kids to have a happy life, and then there's abusive parents that like abuse that. It's not like, and I'm saying abuse loosely here, right? Because abuse can take two terms. Abuse, there's the physical abuse and there's mental abuse. But like this, I feel like this falls more on mental abuse because like you're creating a way that the kid thinks, and like doing this at a young age for a kid makes it so like the kid is trying to like get your approval, and that's basically what happened with Jimmy in this song, right? So Jimmy spent his whole life from when he was a kid trying to like get the approval of his father, saying like, you know, I finally made it. Like in a sense, like just going by what's in the song, it sounds like Jimmy didn't have a childhood, like a proper childhood, like when you go out with his friends, da da da. It just seemed like he was always home or out school doing whatever his dad wanted for him to be that top dog, you know what I mean? Because like there's some parents that just want their kids to do that. Like I said, it's hard for me to say because I'm not a parent. Like I don't know, like the parents, if you're a parent, like let me know your comments below about how you feel about that. Just personally, just my observation of like what that, and just being a kid and dealing, like my parents was a lot different than like some of my friends' parents. Like my parents were very loose. They didn't force me to do anything I didn't want to do. But there's other situations where I see other parents like that force their kids to do all this stuff, and like some parents have good intentions, like my uncle has good intentions with his daughter, but other parents like they just want to use that mold. They want to mold the kid to be what they want it to be, but it couldn't be. So they're using their kid as like a reset button, if that makes sense. But like, yeah, dude, like that's crazy. And then like finally he thinks he's gonna get the approval of his father, and his father dies. And then he goes into a stupor and like he drinks, and now he's going down the drain. Just based on what he was saying here.
38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck. Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Call the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd, if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface and consume till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise. "45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game."
Hold on, I'm gonna go back to the beginning of that part. Dude, this last verse was very, very powerful. Just the way the beat like harmonizes with what he's saying. It just not the beat, but like the instruments. They harmonize it so well, especially like when it comes to like what he's going through. Well, Jimmy as a character.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Call the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive with parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface and consume till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise. "45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
That was a good song. That was a really good song. Holy shit, dude. I wasn't expecting that for this final part. Like, dude, this whole song, like, it just shows like how like certain things you tell a kid could stay with them their whole life, and from something that you can want approval to end up cursing it because it felt like they never got to where they wanted to go. And then because of his chasing of the money, he ended up in a wheelchair because he messed with the cartel, and he just started realizing that money wasn't everything later and later. And I don't know, that's the way I got it. I don't know if you guys are different. That shit got me, like, I gotta lie, like, they got me a little teary-eyed because that kind of situation is really sad, especially if a kid gets stuck in that way and have to kind of figure out, like, you know, they had to figure out for themselves that, like, money wasn't everything, and that what you call it, it just seemed like if he had, like, cared more about family and stuff like that, like, maybe he would have been happier. But because he ended up in a wheelchair by himself in, like, a palace with all the money, but it couldn't cure his problems mentally. And then it just got to a point where by the time he hit 45, like, he just couldn't take it anymore, and ultimately started cursing the words that his father had told him, and just pulled the trigger and just killed himself. And honestly, like, suicide is never a way out, and it's always sad to hear, bro, because I had multiple people in my life that has committed suicide. So, like, anytime I hear that, like, it makes me grit my teeth, because, like, it's a very difficult subject, especially, like, for me. But I don't know, let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about this? Did you like it? Like, this song was, like, really good, and honestly, I'm gonna give this a 3 hands, because, like, I like the message and the way like, when they started talking in a wheelchair, like, that rhythm with all the instruments, like, it was super good, dude. It was super good, and it kind of reminded me a little bit of, like, a Donkey Kong Country game, if that makes sense. But anyways, guys, I really enjoyed this video, like, a lot. Like, I think this is my favorite one out of the 3 of them, and, like, this is definitely for sure. I could listen to this all the time, because, like, subjects like these are a daily thing. Like, people deal with this every day. Like, parents, especially parents who aren't, like, I want to say aren't fit because like I'm not a parent, so I feel like I shouldn't talk too much about that type of thing because like I don't, my opinion is a little different because I don't have children, but like it's tough when you tell a kid a certain thing and then they keep it with them their whole life, and then like it almost comes to a point where like it's like an abuse thing where that those words that you told them like about getting money and doing this and like these materialistic things like kind of like gets to a point where it hampers them and you know in their own mind. Like this one thing I like about Ren is he makes you think, dude. Like he really makes you think about what he's saying and like the world around you and just like that type of thing is like I think it's always awesome and like why I like Ren, and I'm glad that we've been reacting to his music on the channel because like I think a lot of the reasons why I haven't been really listening to a lot of music lately, well, for the last like I don't know 10 years before I started the reaction channel, was they just didn't feel like the music had any soul in it. Like the music itself was just like for money, not to play on the whole money game thing, but that's basically what it felt like. So I hadn't really been listening to any new music, and lately I just like all the newer songs I've been hearing, they sound better, like sound different, like they sound like they have soul again, like which is why I'm glad I found Ren. Like honestly I found Ren because my friend put it in the chat when we were reacting on the stream. So this is it's super cool. Like this dude is so talented, and like the way he makes you think. And it's not just about the music. He tries to make you think, even with those parts where he's like stop the music and just talks about what's going on. But anyways, guys, if you liked the video, leave a like, comment if you enjoyed it. Like, what did you think about the song? Like, how does it make you feel? Like, did you get teary-eyed too when you're hearing about that? Obviously, anybody with kids, I'm sure that make you feel some type of way because especially like if you want the best for your kids, you don't want your kids to take that way out because of something you may have said. But let me know what you guys think. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. But we're gonna keep doing Ren reactions, and if you like metal music, we do metal music too. We do all types of music right now. The only ones we haven't really touched too much is just like regular rock music, techno, and a bunch of other ones. But we'll eventually get to that point. But for now, have a good rest of your day, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.